Hi, and welcome back. We're now going to take a look at a beautiful building which has lots of meaning for people in the area and has for decades and decades. It's the Joe T. Jacobs House, which is now Mulig Funeral Chapel. It was built in 1874 and it's located at 403 South 4th Avenue. So let's dig into the history of this beautiful building. This brick house was originally constructed by local builder John Gates as a private residence for Joe T. Jacobs, a clothier. The house features pairs of curved brackets supporting the roof, tall windows capped by stone keystones, and small attic windows, all hallmarks of the late Italianate style. Although partially obscured by the funeral parlor's additions, these original features are still quite visible. It was one of four high-style buildings which graced this intersection. Today, only this house and the Eberbach house across the street remind us of this era of gentility. Jacobs came to Ann Arbor from Ohio, started his clothing business in 1867. In 1880, he was nominated by the Republicans for state senator from Washtenaw County. He was also a major benefactor of the Toledo, Ann Arbor, and Northern Michigan Railway and helped it to succeed. Jacob sold his house to Dr. D.B. Linz, who used it as a private hospital until he died in the 1918 influenza epidemic. In 1928, Mulig's Funeral Chapel purchased the property and added the porticoes, the covered driveway. I apologize for I didn't pronounce that correctly, but it's the covered driveway and a large garage accessible from two directions. More remodeling occurred in 1951, again in 1964, when the front portion was added and the parking lot expanded. Mulig Funeral Chapel itself has a long history. Florian Mulig began a coffin and cabinetry business in 1852 in the upper floors of the 200 block of South Main Street. Today, it is the oldest funeral parlor in the state and the oldest continuously operating business in Ann Arbor. When he started the funeral parlor, Mulig was traveling out to homes where at that time it was customary for wakes to occur in the living room. He would bring flowers and he would provide services. He then offered and created an opportunity for families to bring their loved ones to the parlor where he would take care of all of the necessary details associated with a funeral. And this is thanks to the Ann Arbor District Library. So let's take a look at the comments from individuals who saw this photo. Somebody said, great picture, went to many funerals there. Somebody else said, Kevin and his team did a fantastic job in assisting with the funeral procedures for my late sister. Somebody else said, the Mulig Funeral Home has helped our family enormously with the caring and understanding needed to go through the process of a funeral for our mother during a pandemic. Somebody else said, Kevin Jacobs went out of his way to accommodate our family. We will never forget his kindness and compassion, and will definitely use Mulig in the future. Somebody else, Bob Mulig, was such a kind man. I saw him help many people, hoping to be the one to guide them down a better path. Kind man. What was happening in 1874? Well, in 1874, the Philadelphia Zoo opens, the first public zoo in the United States. By the way, if you have an opportunity, that is a magnificent zoo. Our son lives in the area, and so with our little granddaughter, we have been there a number of times. Also in 1874, New York City annexes the Bronx. Also 1874, the first Impressionist exhibit opens in Paris, featuring Monet, Degas, Renoir, Pissarro, and Mozart. I can tell you it was not warmly greeted. It took a while for the Impressionists to catch on. And at this time, Winston Churchill is born. So that's Mulich's Chapel. As I said, it is a very special place at a very difficult time. So thanks again for tuning in. As always, if you want to get a heads up when the next iconic location is presented, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified. All right, thank you again so much, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. All right, bye-bye.